Hello, 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 and happy 6th of January. Happy birthday to me. It's my birthday today. And none of my plans came into fruition quite the way I expected. The weather was grim, so I cancelled my brunch and literally spent the whole day in bed. Well, not quite, obviously, I'm not in bed now. So I've been driving my son around this evening. And yeah, he bought me some cake. So I've had some very nice brownies. Not very good for the diet, but very tasty. So I've munched all them down. I've had lots of nice hot drinks. I've sat in my bed. I've done some journaling. I've done some meditating, and some reading. So I had a really nice, relaxing day. Had some rethinking about things. Had some amazing connections and conversations with people. So I'm very happy. And apparently, 54 years ago today, according to my mother, the weather was the same. It was snowy and rainy and horrible. And after she'd given birth, she told me the story that they were on hospital trolleys and got wheeled across like an outside bit in the snow and the ice with their little babies. So, yeah, and I wasn't. My mum said that after I was born, she fell asleep, and then I wasn't allowed in the ward with all of them and all the other babies. There was lots of it was a full ward apparently full of mums and babies because I cried too much. And the reason that I cried too much is because the milk that they were trying to give me I didn't like. Apparently my mum never breastfed, but she gave me the milk that was as similar to breast milk, and I didn't like it by all accounts. And once they moved me across to cow's milk, I was absolutely fine. But that took 6 months to work out. And in that time, I was nicknamed Baby Grump. Me. Me. Baby Grump. I know. It's quite a sort of paradox of a story going on there. I think I maybe create a speech on that one, Baby Grump. Yeah, who would have thought? Guess the baby. But yes, that was me in the first 6 months of my life. That's all they can remember is me crying. So things have changed, and now I'm very much the opposite. I spend more time laughing and smiling than I do crying, which is really cool. So, yeah, I was thinking today about the future self. I talk about it quite a lot, the getting connected to that future self. And as I was munching my way through a whole box of very nice brownies, but not very part of my sugar free, dairy free, gluten free diet, then it just makes me intrigued really how I can go off piste so much as soon as I thought, well, it's my birthday, I want some. And they were really tasty. They were really nice ones, which is why I ate so many, because also I wanted them gone for tomorrow. So really I only need to be given one, then I would savour it. But no, you get a whole box, don't you? And I ate most of them, to be fair. So, but that made me think a little bit if I was, and I also have made myself a drink, and now it's getting a little bit late. So my my super future self that would wake up tomorrow morning bright as a button wouldn't have had the chocolate, wouldn't have had the bedtime drink, and hopefully would have got up tomorrow morning feeling a lot brighter and a lot earlier than this version of Gina that's just had the whole chocolate biscuits. Who's got her cup of tea. It's like a herbal tea, so it's not like coffee or anything like that, but it is a drink that potentially is going to fill up my bladder. So my intention, I know we've skipped the B, but my intention for tonight then is to have a fantastic night's sleep anyway, to sleep through the night without needing to get up for a wee. So sleep through consistently and wake up because I've got my cleaner coming around tomorrow at 9 o'clock. So I want to have done all my things by 9 o'clock, in which case I need to be getting out of bed at 6, which means I really want to be waking up at 5:30. Feels too early, doesn't it? So I'm gonna have to get to bed soon, 5:45 to get my things done. If not, I'm gonna have to shorten them and condense them, which of course is also possible, but not as ideal. So, but then I was just thinking about tapping into my future self. The future self when I'm running triathlons feels so far away. There's parts of me that doesn't even know how I should behave. I don't really know what it feels like to get out of bed and be able to move with ease. And I do remember from before the MS when I used to get up early and go running, and it was a big effort. I needed to meet somebody there to force me to do it. And I used to do some early bird swimming as well. And the same thing, it's sort of, you really had to push yourself to get out of bed. But then once you've done that thing, you just felt great because you started the day on a really good ebb. You know that's from 6 till 7 you've done the swimming or you've done the running, and then 7 o'clock you come back, you have your shower, you do and your day begins, but you've already got a good big tick in the box beforehand. So it's really worth getting into the habit of getting up early. I think anyway, it would definitely works for me. I feel more productive when I get up earlier. I remember a time when Joel was a baby. So when I was, and Liam, my ex, was a lorry driver, and he was getting up at stupid o'clock in the morning, like 4 o'clock in the morning, to go and do his shift. And he was a bugger, and I tended to wake up with him. He wasn't the quiet type. So I got up with him anyway, and then just thought, well, I'm up now. Not really worth going to sleep for a couple of hours, only to be woken up by the baby. I'll just stay up. And oh my goodness, those first 2 hours of the day, I got so much done. That's a good point. Maybe I need a couple of days where I just do that. I get up early. But in order to do that, because obviously my partner at the time was working early shifts, so he was going to bed early. So we'd transition the house around his shifts really. And then you are going to bed dead early, which means waking up the next day early isn't so bad. And also I was a stay-home mum, so I could have a little snooze in the afternoon. But I don't remember having many afternoon snoozes. I do remember watching the whole series of Sex in the City while I was breastfeeding Joel, though. So I didn't have it wasn't a hard life by any stretch of the imagination. It was good fun. So yes, but then it just made me realise that actually my future self running triathlons is a bit too far to connect to. Maybe I need to be moving that forward and connecting to my future self tomorrow morning. How is tomorrow morning Gina going to feel if I do this thing, if I eat this thing now, and that feels a lot more tangible. And actually, although it hasn't actually stopped me this evening either eating the chocolates or, well, I haven't drank it yet, but I will be drinking the tea, it definitely has got me thinking. And if I'm serious about wanting to transition into an earlier starter than I have been, then I'm going to have to make some changes. And as we know, making changes is challenging. That's why you need a coach. So I will reiterate the message that I said yesterday or the day before, that if any of you out there have ever wondered what it was like to have a coaching conversation, or wondered what it was like to work with me, or have got a problem that you desperate to solve and you can't solve, or even a problem that you just don't think is possible to solve, then coaching can help. And I've come up with a little offer that is sort of a no-brainer. So the first person who would like to take a shot at this offer, so I'm offering basically a one-off coaching experience where you can come along with whatever problem or whatever issue you have. I'll send you a little questionnaire up front so I can work out what's the best way of helping you. But then we'll spend about an hour 15 minutes just working through your thing. And I promise you, you will leave in a clearer, better state. And I'm offering that for the first person who DMs me for just £1. The second person who DMs me for £2. The third person for £3, etc. And as yet, nobody's DM'd me. So if you want to DM me and have a coaching session for the cost of £1, and bearing in mind I am marketing it now, my one-off sessions will be £150. That's where I'm going to sort of market it at. So it is worth it, and it definitely helps. I've had people just get total clarity in the time that we spent together. If you're confused about something, if you're at a crossroads and you're not sure which way to go, if you want to live a healthier life and you just don't even know how to start, whatever it is that you're currently unhappy about, I can help you feel better about it. I can help you get some clarity on it, and I can help you feel motivated to move forward in whatever direction you deem is right. So if that sounds of interest to you, then just DM me with coaching, please, or something like that. And we can set up the session and you can pay me £1. So I think that would be a bargain, even less than a coffee. What is better than that? Anyway, in the meantime, let's go through the Big Night acronym, because this will really help to ground us, to center us, and to slow us down. As the pace of life gets faster and faster and faster, it is with our control to slow it right down. Because when we slow it right down, our body feels safe. And the pace of life, how it is, our body's in a constant fight or flight. It's constantly dodging the next ball that's coming flying at you, the next challenge that you've got coming your way. So by slowing down, you don't need to dodge them. You can catch them. You can see them coming. You can catch them and throw them on, or put them down, or just move out of the way. Swerve it out. And Big Night is just a great way of slowing down. So take a nice B is for breath. And just within 2 or 3 breaths, you can feel your body get calmer. So take a nice big deep breath in. So the aim of this exercise is, and there are so many different exercises that you do. You've got the box breath where you breathe in for 4, hold for 4, out for 4, hold for 4. But I quite like the one where you try and elongate the outer breath, because I find when you consciously allow the out breath to go, then you can almost feel the energy settle around you. Just feel things slow down, even if it's for a few moments. You know, you can do this while you're waiting for the kettle to boil, while you're queuing in traffic. Any waiting is an opportunity to breathe. In fact, take that as like the universe is gifting you this opportunity to take a breath. You're waiting on the phone for somebody. We're always waiting for something, aren't we? And this is what this whole being stood up on New Year's Eve is definitely teaching me. I'm doing some journaling about it now. The guy's reconnected with me. We are having conversations again. And yeah, it's really taught me a lot. It's really taught me a lot, certainly about patience and waiting. And actually, maybe every waiting is an opportunity just to pause for a few moments. If we take it at that, it almost becomes a gift, doesn't it? So rather than getting stressed in traffic when you're going to work, if you're stuck at the red lights or there's a traffic jam, take it as a sign that you needed to slow down and the universe has given you a gift. And then just do the Big Night acronym in your head. Use it as an opportunity. So we'll breathe in, calm, and slowly and deliberately release. And continue with that as we say our prayer for humanity. Oh, thanks, Nicola. Yes. As we breathe in and connect to that glowing ember, that glowing flame in your heart. And as you breathe it in, your heart expands and fills with this glowing, wonderful orb of light, this orb of energy that is within you. And you are the center as it expands out and out like a giant bubble until you're right in the center of it. You are the center of your universe. You are the center of your love. Extend it out so it's covering the whole of your house. Almost moving out so you can, if you can see yourself in the center and you're moving out into space and just seeing this beautiful orb of light surround the whole of your town and your country Then there you are through the whole of the world. And then when you're up high enough, you can see yourself, but you also get to see everybody else that you're touching. And as you touch him with your glowing light, their light gets a little bit brighter too. So by sending out this, doing this conscious prayer to humanity is just such a healing thing to do for everybody. So well done. Take a smile. Breathe in. And repeat to yourself or out loud, I am safe. I am safe. Right here, right now, I am safe. So what is your intention for the next 24 hours then? And I talked about it briefly earlier, that my intention is to keep in mind my future self, but my future self just 24 hours away. So actually, what will my future self like me best to do now? What time do I want to go to bed? What do I want to eat? What do I want to watch on TV? What do I want to spend this moment doing? What will my future self look back and think, yeah, that was a good move? And my intention is that my future self is going to love every decision that I've made and is happy with the way things are going and can see that I'm on the right path and I'm going in the right direction. So today's been a real lovely restful day and really gone with the flow and just done whatever I felt like, and whether that's been eating chocolates, drinking like hot milky drinks, I've had some lovely ones today, or sitting in bed chilling. It's been amazing. So my intention for tomorrow is to have a productive day and get some plans. I'm seeing my coach tomorrow afternoon, so she's going to work with me actually putting my plans on my business and what I'm going to focus on in certainly the first quarter, but maybe the first 6 months. I've got lots of different projects and I get quite excited about shiny new things. And now this is time to implement my shiny new things rather than getting more shiny new things, because I got another one. We got another great idea at the weekend about running a pleasure retreat locally, which sounded all very exciting and thrilling, but yeah, we can still do that. But I still need to get my coaching up and running because it's just worth it. It's helpful, and not only is it, by me not doing it, I'm not successful in my own right, but I'm not sharing and I'm not helping people, and that's the point of it all. So the more people that I can work with, the more people that I can help, and the more people I can help shift your perspective. And it all starts with that. Come and have a coaching conversation with me. Come and experience coaching for just £1, and just £1 for the first person, £2 for the second person, £3. So it's a small amount. It costs nothing. It's at the moment it's less than a coffee. So come and have a chat with me. Oh, this is a Pukka tea bag called Relax. It's very nice. So that's my intention. G, what are you grateful for? Well, I sort of already said. I'm very grateful for everything today. Very grateful for all the phone calls I've had. Grateful for my son making me dinner, for my elder son phoning me up, wishing me happy birthday, and they're both taking me out for some lunch on Friday, so that'll be nice. Yeah, I've never, of all the languages of love, giving gifts is probably my least favourite. Of course, it's always nice to receive a gift, but it's not something I go into to buy in. Mine's more acts of service and quality time, I think, are probably my highest ones. So I don't need a lot of gifts. I don't need stuff. I prefer to spend time with people and have good conversations. That's not to say a nice bit of cake is always a nice bit of cake. Nature. Now, I haven't been out at nature very much today because I've been in bed all day. Zach's taken Sophie out for a walk. I did I didn't even feed the guinea pigs until I think Zach fed them for me about 2 o'clock. But I did stick my head outside the door because actually I did my early morning prayer this morning where it was really windy and snowy. And then I did stick my head outside the door probably about 3 o'clock, I think it was. And it was just, the moon was out. There's a half moon up there. So that was pretty cool. So that's my bit of nature today. Very little bit of nature. But it did look quite nice out the window in the end. But hey. Ingest. What did I ingest today? Well, I ended up, obviously I had my brownies, chocolate brownies, just. But what I had for my lunch was roasted sweet potatoes and roasted salmon on a bed of spinach with some flaxseed oil. And it was really tasty. I'm sure it tasted better because Zach made it for me and I didn't have to cook it. I'm sure that was the case. That's what I ingested. What have I been telling myself? Well, yeah, it's been interesting what I've been telling myself. What I've been telling myself about getting ghosted was interesting as well. And a reminder that life doesn't happen to me. It happens for me. And if it's happening for me, then where's the lesson in this? And I've done some really deep reflecting on patience and waiting. Like I said, actually, maybe it's all a gift and we don't see it as that because we're so eager for the whatever the thing is, whatever we're feeling impatient for. But actually there is a gift in the waiting, in the stillness of possibility, I guess. So yeah, it's been interesting and it continues. I'm still reflecting, I'm still journaling, so there's more to come. And what are you enjoying? What's bringing you pleasure at the moment? I started writing today as well. I've written a couple of, I wouldn't say chapters, but parts of little stories within the story, if you like. So I've started writing some stuff out. It takes longer than I think. So yeah, this is interesting. I don't know anyone's ever had a go at writing a book before. I sort of pictured myself with an hour a day, pinning down for it, and then, I don't know, whizzing it out in so long, but it takes longer and it's so easily to get distracted. So maybe I just need to do it on my computer and turn off my phone. I don't know. Or do I do it on my phone while I'm lying in bed? That's quite nice. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't worked it out yet. So if anyone's ever written a book before and what's worked for them, but this is part of the journey, isn't it? It's about what works for me, because 100 of you could have different ways of doing it and it's not going to work for us, which is why people hire coaches, basically, so you can create your own plan. So that's what we do on the Map to Wellness program. It's not about writing a book, but it's about writing a plan for your life. And we do that by getting to know yourself on a deeper level. It's worth it. It really is. It's such a cool journey to be on, and ever evolving. So if you want to use the situation that you're at as a bit of a spiritual inner growth journey, then come and have a chat with me, and we can see how we can make that happen for you. So that's the Big Night acronym anyway. So B is for breath, I is for intention, G is for gratitude, N is for nature, I is for what you're ingesting, T is for what you're telling yourself, and E is for what you are enjoying. So it wouldn't be a birthday if I didn't have a song. Ignite my happy, ignite the happy in me, IGNIT, ignite the happy in me. It fills my world with wonder and every day with glee. IGNIT, ignite the happy in me. Hiya, you alright?